Are you guys ready for some more hell? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm ZackScott. I'm playing Super Meat Boy. I am ready to deal with these oranges and this hell and this saw blade and this lava BS that's been thrown at me as if I'm less than human. I don't deserve better, but Meat Boy deserves rights just like the rest of us. He doesn't deserve to be tortured. How you guys doing, by the way? Come on, how do I avoid an orange? Head crab. Head crab is how you avoid oranges. Obviously. Hello. God. God damn it. Okay, head crab is not the ideal candidate for this. Is he? What does he do? He can stick there. He can he go down? Oh. Man, this sucks. But this is good. This is good. Let's go up. Alright. You are doing great, head crab. Ho-ho! Yes. No. Yes. Oh, God, no. Alright, look at this. Whoa! Fudge, head crab. Come on. What the crap is this? Alright, so I don't use my power if I don't need to. Great. With great power comes great responsibility. Even head crab knows that. I have a habit of holding down whatever the action button is, because in Mario I always hold it down to run. With Meat Boy I hold it down to run all the time. I know it's not the best, but that's what I do. There you go. You're on the wickety wall. You're on the wickety wall. Oh yeah. Oh no. Alright. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Why are oranges so deadly in this game? I don't know. I think head crab's giving more trouble than it's worth. Yeah, I think I need to go back to Super Meat Boy. Alright. How much you want to bet I already get farther with Super Meat Boy than I did with head crab? Let's try it. Jump. Jump again. Jump again. Jump over that orange. Jump into the lava. That's not how it's supposed to go. At all. God. Super Meat Boy. You make this game annoying. Not you, but I guess the game itself is annoying. You make this game tolerable with your cuteness and your ease of use and your control scheme is fun. The controls are actually... God, it's not a waiting place, Meat Boy. The controls are actually really good in this game, especially if you're using a controller. I'm using a Logitech. A lot of people ask me, like, hey, what controller do you use? Do you use an Xbox controller? And no, I don't. I don't like the directional pad of the Xbox controller. I try so hard to use a PlayStation 3 controller, but I can't find proper drivers and stuff for Windows 7 64-bit. So... yes, I use Windows. I know people are like, why don't you just use a Mac? That'll solve all of your problems. And I doubt it would. I really doubt it would. I don't use Macs. I don't want to use a Mac. Can't make me use a Mac. There's a lot of reasons I don't use a Mac. You know, I have friends, or I know people, well, and I have friends who, you know, they tout the superiority of the Mac operating system. And I know a lot of you listeners here right now are, and, God. But the truth is, a lot of these games just aren't available for Mac. And I'm a gamer. And I know they're working on it. You know, Valve is doing a great job bringing games to Mac OS, OS X. And, you know, I'm not an Apple hater. I have an iPod. I enjoy it immensely. An iPod Touch, that is. I'll probably get an iPad when they have one with cameras. Unless there's a Droid tablet that's better. But, you know, I like Droid as far as mobile OSs go. I much prefer Droid. As far as PC OSs go, and yes, Macs or PCs, they're just marketing them as not such. PC just means personal computer. Really, the war is between Mac and Windows, OS X and Windows, Apple versus Microsoft. But they're both personal computers, and you can't just say like Mac versus PC. They should really just be saying Windows, because you can whatever. The other problem I have with OS X is that, as good as it is good because they limit the amount of hardware that they, code it for. So you can't just put OS X on any, hardware like you can Windows. And so Windows is bloated because it has to deal with tons of different types of hardware. And Mac OS X is programmed to run on Apple's hardware, and their hardware is expensive, very expensive. In fact, I priced out when I was looking for actually to get a laptop. I looked at just an Asus laptop in the Best Buy ad, and basically, we got one for around $1,200. That was really good, really great for games even. She does some art stuff, so she does a lot of. She needs a decent CPU to do some of the artwork stuff that she does. So we got that seemed to be like one of the best laptops for a decent price range. In the few years ago, laptops would have cost $2,000 for something that could do what laptops do today, of course. And whoa, I made it this far. Okay, that's great. I wish I could save. This reminds me of Donkey Kong. Oh, come on. This reminds me of Donkey Kong a little bit. I'm jumping over barrels instead of jumping over oranges. Anyway, the point is, we priced out a similar MacBook. It was very similar specs, and it was like over $2,000. It was like $1,000 more. And it just, when it comes to price, maybe it would have been 10% better. And I know, I mean, it's the same argument that I give with premium cars, sports cars, luxury cars. Yeah, the luxury cars are better, but you're gonna pay like, $10,000 more to even be on the luxury car level, and they're better in extras, stuff that is not essential. So maybe, God, why does it bounce there? All I'm saying is that PCs suit me fine. There's not the same amount of software that I would like to see on OS X as there is Windows, and I don't want to pay the price for the Apple hardware. And I know you can make a Hackintosh, but that's actually, if you make a Hackintosh, you're breaking Apple's terms of services. You're breaking the end user licensing agreement, and I don't like to do that. Not anymore. When I was 10 years ago, when I was in college and stuff, when I was at the end of college, what am I doing? When I was in college 10 years ago, beginning of college, I mean, what am I talking about? 10 years ago was 2001. I was into pirating stuff, music, all sorts of stuff on Napster, things like that. I lived through that phase, and now that I guess have gotten older, I much rather officially pay for a product. I don't want to, these game developers out there, software developers in general, that's how they make their living. Especially with a game like Super Meat Boy. Why would I ever pirate Super Meat Boy when it's just a small group, a small company, who's doing this? I think I just missed out on Warp Zone. I just heard a Warp Zone noise. So I don't pirate stuff anymore. I don't pirate music, with the very small exceptions. And I don't consider it immoral to do what I do with music. With my favorite band, Weezer, I will download their songs before they're released. And I don't think, for me, it's an issue of morality, not legality. But for Weezer, I'll download some of their stuff, and Jesus, it's taking forever. But I'll buy it as soon as it comes out, because I support the artist, and I know you guys are saying like, oh, you're just supporting the record company, and that may be so, but really, I'm just trying to support the artist. I'm trying to support the creative forces behind the things that I love: movies, music, games, and. It took me a while to really fully understand that. When I was growing up, I was in college and stuff. Especially when it comes to software, I don't use any pirated software anymore on my PC, but in college I did. But I have like I just don't do it, and so I don't break the rules when it comes to software. If Apple doesn't want me to use their operating system on a non-Apple hardware, and I agree to that when I purchase it and click I agree to the end user license agreement, then I am gonna hold my end of it. As long as it's an issue of, but I guess it's not really an issue of morality then, because you're still paying for the operating system. But you know, their operating system is cheap. It's like what, $50, and people point out like, oh, OS X costs a lot less than Windows, and that's true. It does cost a lot less than Windows because it's subsidized by their hardware sales. Their hardware is expensive. It's insanely marked up. Go try to add a solid-state drive to your Mac. You're gonna pay a lot more. Go try to add just any hard drive. Add some RAM to it. You're gonna pay a lot more than you would just buying it and assembling it yourself, like a PC, or buying the Mac without all that RAM and then buying the RAM separately later. So that's enough about that. I'm just trying to get through the stage. You have been watching me. Have you guys realized this? You've been watching me play the stage for like 10 minutes, and I haven't gotten any farther. Is that crazy or what? What does that say about me? All right, jump there. Oh, God. Is this the only stage I've done so far this video? I'm feeling horrible. I just gotta do this one stage. I'm not even gonna try for anything. I'm just gonna do this one stage. Been ranting about Mac and PC. And I think I have a fairly balanced view of it. I don't think that OS X is a bad operating system. I don't think Apple is a bad company. I like Apple as a company. I like their iPod. I want an iPad so much. As soon as it has cameras. Just think it's I think a PC's fine for me. Wow, look at that. It's all about doing that consistently. It bounces right there. It's not gonna hit me here, is it? No. Okay, I'm safe. Gotta look at the patterns here. Whoa, that's not how. What was that? All right. It's all about observing the patterns, just like Donkey Kong. That's why this reminds me of Donkey Kong. There we go. Looks like I'm gonna save Super Meat Girl today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if I offend anyone with like a Mac rant, I don't mean to. Really, I don't. It's nothing against. Just, whatever. I know. When you talk about Mac and PC, you can really polarize people, and that's not what I want to do. I just want to explain why I don't have one, because I get asked that a lot. Why don't you use a Mac? And the answer is simple. Mostly games. Second, price. And third is that I'm satisfied. You know, I don't feel the need to switch unless I'm unsatisfied. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Be safe and have fun out there. Don't go playing with these oranges. These oranges are crazy. Goodbye until tomorrow.